Hello everybody, it's Andrew here again with another episode of my recent vinyl finds. So without any further ado, let's get cracking. And the first record I got is one from the Bee Gees. This is called The Bee Gees First. It came out in 1967 and it has some fantastic tracks on here. It's got Turn of the Century, Holiday, Every Christian Lion-Hearted Man Will Show You, New York Mining Disaster 1941, and a very early version of Cucumber Castle. Really great album. It's a very sort of psychedelic album from them, and the cover's great too. I like the psychedelic pattern on the front there. I paid £5 for this one, and this one's on the yellow Atco label, so it's actually an American copy. Next I've got an album by the lovely Cilla Black. This one is her first album called Cilla. I've been looking for this one for quite some time. You don't see it around very often. And it's an absolute cracker. It's very upbeat, very high energy, and it's got tracks like Going Out of My Head on here, Every Little Bit Hurts is great, I'm Not Alone Anymore, What You Gonna Do About It. In those days they didn't put any singles on the albums, so you bought the singles and then you bought the albums, but you didn't get the track twice, which is a good idea. But then somebody had the bright idea of promoting albums by putting singles on them. But at this point, you just get album tracks, which is really, really great. And I paid sort of my upper limit for this one. This one was £10. I tried to not pay any more than £10, but it was well worth it. And this one is on the black and yellow Parlophone. Next, one of my favourite artists are America. And this is their first self-titled album. To be honest with you, I like every America album there is. I've got all of them except probably the very late ones. But all the ones that are on Warner Brothers I have, and I think they're all absolutely terrific. And this one is just as good. And it has songs like Sandman on it, I Need You's on there, Rainy Day. Riverside, that's on there as well. Absolute terrific album, so it's well worth a listen if you ever get a chance, if you don't know it. And this one is actually, I think this is a German pressing, and it's on the green Warner Brothers label. This one was a real bargain. This was only 50p, and it's The Best of Buddy Holly, a legend of rock and roll, it says on the front. I think this is also a German pressing. I think it's German. Yes, it's Western Germany, it says on it. And it's got all his hits on it. It's a gatefold. It's actually a double album, and it's got all the ones on there. Rave On, Peggy Sue Got Married, Brown Hat Handsome Man on there. It Doesn't Matter Anymore. They're all on there. And this was a real bargain because it's absolutely lovely condition, and it's on a very nice coral label. Next one is Mary Wells' Greatest Hits. Again, this is an American copy. I didn't really know much about Mary Wells. My Guy is the only one that most people know, but this is absolutely terrific. It's got some great songs on here. There's Two Lovers on there. You Beat Me to the Punch is very good too. It's just really great early Motown stuff, and it's not in bad condition either. And this is on the American Motown label. Another 50p fine. This is the Bonzo Dog Band. I'm an Urban Spaceman. That's the only track I know by them, so I was intrigued to find out what other things they did. And it's really bizarre actually. It's really odd. There's one called Shirt on here, which is just like asking people in the street about shirts. It's really bizarre, but it was well worth 50p to hear it. And this one's on the Sunset label, which I think was a budget label in the 60s. So I think it's like a compilation of some of their tracks from different albums. But that was a good find, a very interesting find. This one was another 50p. This is a bit strange. I saw this one and I was a bit intrigued. It's called The Best Songs of Our Lives, and it's by the London Sound 70, which is like an orchestra group, and they do sort of instrumentals of well-known songs really. There's Top Hat, White Tie and Tails on here, Lover, Cheek to Cheek, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, and actually it's really good. It is really enjoyable. It's very upbeat, and it just sounds really, really lovely. And it was obviously a budget label because it said on here suggested retail price 19 and 11. That's in old money. It doesn't even say 99p or anything on it. So this must have been issued before 1970, I would imagine. But yeah, if you ever see that and you like orchestral music, light orchestral music, I would definitely recommend that one. Oh, and that one is on the MCA label, which is sort of a rather nice pink MCA label. One of my favourite artists is Brenda Lee, and this one I got this one for £1. This one's called New Sunrise, and it's a little bit late for Brenda Lee, really. It's 1973, this one, but it's really, really nice. I like it a lot, and she does an absolutely wonderful version of My Love, the Paul McCartney song. That is really, really a beautiful song, and she does it really, really well. This one is on the MCA, the Rainbow MCA label. So again, that was another very good find. Then I've got this one by Tangerine Dream. This is called Hyperborea. I've liked Tangerine Dream since the early 70s. This one came out in 1983, and it's one that I'd never heard before. So when I saw it, I thought, oh great, you know, this is one that I've got missing. And well, it's just typical Tangerine Dream, sort of very dreamy. It can be sort of background music, but it's a bit better than that. If you really sort of lay back and really take it in, it's very atmospheric music. And there's the side 2 is just one track called Sphinx Lightning, and that is my favourite track on this album. So all of side 2 is absolutely terrific. But the other side, it's got No Man's Land, Hyperborea and Cinnamon Road. They're also good, but I do prefer side 2 on that one. And this is on the Virgin label, but it's a customised label. It's got sort of a yellow scene on the front, and then on the other side there's sort of an icy scene on that side. The next one I have to show you is a live album. I don't tend to buy live albums, but I was rather intrigued by this one. This one's Uriah Heep Live, January 1973. Very nicely packaged. It's a gatefold. It's a double album. It's a gatefold, and it's got like a pull-out with some photographs of the band in there, which was very, very nice. This one was £3, and I thought that was a bargain for a double album. And it's got all their well-known tracks up to 1973. So it has things like Gypsy, Circle of Hands is on there, Sunrise, Sweet Lorraine, Traveller in Time, and then they also do a rock and roll medley, which is, you know, I thought, oh gosh, what that's going to be like. But they do Roll Over Beethoven, Blue Suede Shoes, Hound Dog, whole lot of shaking going on, but it's absolutely excellent. So I was really, really pleased to get that one. And this one is on the Bronze label. And last but not by any means least, I have another album by Joni Mitchell. I've slowly collected her albums over the years. This is one that I hadn't got, and I saw this one. It was in a really bad state when I got it. There's a lot of water damage to this corner here, and where the gatefold opens, it's sort of stuck together and ripped there. And when I looked at the record, it looked like it was covered in glue all the way round, in sort of all the way round here, and also on the other side as well. and it was £4. So I asked the guy at the shop if you know, perhaps do it a bit cheaper, because it looked really bad condition. And I just got a very curt, well, you can buy record cleaner, you know. I said, well, yes, I know that, but it looks like it may not clean off well. It's sort of like glue. It's very sticky on here. So he says, well, I can do it for £2 then. And so I said, oh yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And I said, I'm pleased with that. And then he didn't speak to me after that. So he sort of just sat at his desk, and I said thank you very much and goodbye, and he just never answered me, so I'm not going to go there again. But anyway, when I got it home, I really did have to do a lot of cleaning on it. In fact, I had to use not methylated spirit, surgical spirit on it. I don't know where the glue has come from, but it was all the way around. I wiped it with surgical spirit and then washed it, and then I've done it with alcohol, and then slowly but surely it started to come off, and now, although it's still a little bit marked, it actually does play through really well. So it was a bit of a risk really, because at one point I didn't think I was going to get it to a playable condition, but I've managed it. So for £2 it's a good buy, and I love Joni Mitchell's music, and this is a really terrific album. Wasn't a major success at the time, but if you listen to it, it's got some wonderful lyrics, some more like stories to music really, and that was a very good find. Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have to show you today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.